Welcome to the On Deck podcast presented by LineStar. I'm Shannon Sommerville here with Tyler Wiemann, ready to break down your daily fantasy baseball slate for today. We've gotten 9 games on the docket for today. We'll also get to your prop bets and home run calls. Tyler finally broke his cold streak. We did it yesterday. Vladdy bomb delivered. Now I think you're going to be.
I don't think I've ever been that cold with picking home runs.
Home runs are hard to come by these days, it seems.
Yeah, I
mean, or at least picking them. Even the chalk picks have been inconsistent. So.
All season, I've been getting 2 or 3 a week, and I think I went just 2 weeks straight without getting one until yesterday.
Well, you're back on track.
That was bad.
So, some MLB storylines to start us off. We're first going to be talking about Pedro Martinez weighing in on the Fernando Tatis Jr. PED suspension by basically blaming the Padres. Hey, it's the Padres' fault that Tatis failed his drug test. What do you think about that, Tyler?
I think Major League Baseball is now just trying to piss me off. They are continuing to bring this up, and Pedro Martinez is absolutely crazy.
Yeah.
There is zero chance that, one, Tatis is going to tell the Padres every time he does anything. And 2, it's like, what are the Padres supposed to do? Like, hire him a babysitter, a security guard?
Exactly,
it's like, hey, it's just asinine to actually think that it's the Padres' fault.
Yeah, he says they should have known what he was putting into his body. To your point, what are they supposed to do? Everything that you like. Yeah, it's just wild to me, the expectations that Pedro Martinez.
Maybe they should have known he had a ringworm and asked what he's using, or given them. We
still have not seen proof of the treatment. Here's my theory on the whole ringworm situation.
There was one
never thought I'd be talking about that.
There was one photo of like something on his neck, but
yes, never thought I'd be talking about ringworm ever. Yeah. But here we are. It's interesting to me that he had the picture as proof, but nothing else. There wouldn't be any kind of doctor's order or prescription, or if it was something over the counter, which I don't think you can just get that over the counter.
Well, the other thing is that the medication they're saying you can only get from the Dominican Republic.
Right, because it's not available in the U.S.
Yeah. So then this is a positive test from March. Or did his dad
I'm not buying the
bring it? I don't know. The whole situation's
either
annoying.
Show the receipts of
I'm over it.
Or, and even I saw Dr. Chow in, and he's like, that's not what you know.
Yeah.
It's not really a thing that you do for ringworm, apparently. And I love Twitter doctors are kind of weighing in as well, saying,
If you research the medication he used, one of the active ingredients is that anabolic steroid he used. So it is in there. Who knows if he actually used that or if he's just trying to hit the ball a little further.
Yeah.
Anyways, screw Tatis.
Right. Either bring us these receipts or proof or something, or just let it go and just own up to something. Yes. Goodness gracious. Take a little accountability. Why don't you? All right. Let's talk about Max Scherzer. He is on the bump today going up against the Braves for the 3rd time this season, and he's pretty much owned the Braves. They've only gotten 1 run against him in 11 innings so far this season, so we're looking forward to seeing Scherzer. I'm sure he'll be on our high owned for today for daily fantasy.
He sure is.
Some bright news for you and your Padres. Manny Machado's been crushing it lately. Listen to this slash sign here. 407, 448, 722 in the last 13 games with 3 homers. So threw that in there for you, Tyler. That's something to be proud of as a Padres fan. At least you got Machado.
And then this one's going to bring you down a little bit?
Oh, yeah. The Yankees continue to just be awful. Jordan Montgomery, former Yankee, looks to continue his scoreless streak. 11 innings pitched. He is now with the Cardinals and just crushing it for the Cardinals. Hate to see that as a Yankees fan. That being said, we've got 9 games on the slate for today. A couple weather notes to get to. Some scattered storms in the Pittsburgh area. So Boston at Pittsburgh, scattered storms should be clear of the ballpark, but keep an eye on it. Also keep an eye on Detroit at Cleveland. Storms should stay south of the ballpark there. And probably I'll call it the iffiest game of the day is the Mets at Atlanta, where there is a chance of delay. It's 81 degrees and a 26% chance of rain, so just keep an eye on that one today. And, with Scherzer there, and if you have him in your lineup, keep an eye on that one.
Yep, definitely.
If you're watching us on YouTube right now, be sure to hit the like button on our video. Make sure you're subscribed to our channel and comment below. Now let's get to our chalk report for today. We're going to be talking about the pitchers on the slate for today, and we've got some good ones. So we'll first talk about our high-owned pitchers, where the field's going today with their pitching decisions in daily fantasy. The first guy we're going to talk about is Carlos Rodon. He's been pretty incredible. 2.95 ERA, 2.11 opponent average, and 42% owned on DraftKings today. He's got a good matchup against the D-backs, no question about it.
He sure does. Mm-hmm. He's also the highest projected LineStar pitcher tonight, 3.5 alert score. But it's really the BVP versus the Diamondbacks, which is so interesting. 38 plate attempts. They're hitting .094 with a 125 ISO. So they have been not able to do anything. With all that, they're striking out 29% versus him. So you have to like Rodon. He's shut them out. Had good K upside and expect more of it tonight.
Just stop kicking bats at people. That was him, right? That
was him.
The bat.
Yeah.
We just need to keep all the bats away from Rodon today.
Just keep people safe.
Keep everybody safe. All right. Next up, you knew we were going to talk about him. Scherzer, Mad Max, is on the hill today for the Mets going up against the Braves. He is 39% owned on DraftKings, 35% on FanDuel. He hasn't allowed more than 2 runs in 11 games. That was way back in March when he allowed 3 runs. He's the level of consistency that Max Scherzer has shown throughout this season has been pretty incredible. And I mentioned at the top of the show how he basically has owned the Braves so far in 2 games played, just 1 run given up in 11 innings. Having said all that, Tyler, how do you evaluate him today for daily fantasy?
First, we will start with, because you ended with what he's done against the Braves, he's averaging 36.5 DraftKings points and 59.5 FanDuel points versus Atlanta this year. So he has been great versus them. He has really good BVP numbers against them, 156 plate attempts. They're hitting 208 with a 34.6% K rate. So they are striking out a lot. He has done well. The Mets really need a win here.
Yeah.
They lost 2 straight, and Scherzer is one of the most competitive pitchers in the game. So I got to believe that he comes out and deals once again.
And you called it yesterday, or 2 days ago, when I said, Spencer Strider might get what's coming to him, because he basically called out the Mets for being lucky at the plate.
Yeah.
You were like, yeah, they are. So
They are. They just don't have much power, and they get a lot of low exit velocity hits, which, I mean, maybe a little lucky, maybe skill, but they're not hitting the ball hard.
I mean, yeah, I don't think they're trying to hit the ball as soft as possible, right?
Totally. I'm just curious to see what the Mets do versus good pitching in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Because I don't think that offense has it.
Sure. Let's look at the Cardinals lefty Jordan Montgomery going up against the Rockies today. 33% owned on DraftKings, 3% on FanDuel. He has not given up a run since being traded from the Yankees. So dominating for the Cards. Great deal for them.
Yeah.
Last game had 8 strikeouts versus the Brewers, matching a season high for him. So not only, he wasn't always a, super high strikeout guy, but we're seeing it a little bit.
He has been with the Cardinals.
I'm not bitter at all.
Not at all, as you roll your eyes at me. But he's been an absolute steal for the Cardinals. He's been great for them. 2.98 FIP with a 26% K rate in St. Louis. 4.5 alert score. 24% combined K rate on the slate. And he's just way too cheap on DraftKings. It's really hard not to go there on DraftKings.
All right. So some great plays there on our high owned for today. But again, they're high owned. So let's take a look at a pitcher who's lower owned and might help you out getting some leverage. And it's going to be Houston Astros lefty Framber Valdez at the White Sox. Now, he's got some great numbers. And, man, you look at the Astros rotation, and it seems like they don't have any guy that is going to let them down. It just seems like
they have a
every
bunch
guy
of good
they
pitchers.
have. And Valdez, one of them, 2.73 ERA, 2.15 opponent average. And last game versus the Rangers, 7 shutout innings with 8 strikeouts. So not only is he delivering for the Astros, but he's also delivering for daily fantasy.
He is, absolutely. And he's been solid all year. 3.28 FIP over his last 20 starts, 22% K rate. And the White Sox projected lineup strikes out 26% versus righties. They have a low 2.92 WOBA. I think there's a lot of nice upside here, kind of low ownership. And to talk pitching as a whole today, it's the last couple slates, we've seen a lot of really good pitching. This is not one of them. It's going to be hard to get too different just with pitching today.
And correct me if I'm wrong, but the White Sox, they strike out a good bit?
They do, at least versus righties, and have lately. So,
all right. Taking a look at our stacks for today now. We'll talk about the high-owned stacks of the day. And the first team we're looking at is going to be the Texas Rangers, who are going up against A's Adam Oller, who, quite frankly, has struggled. 7.26 ERA and a nearly 300 opponent average. So you can see why people are headed to Rangers bats today.
Yeah, it's the highest game total on the slate. Oller's been bad, giving up tons of hard contact, tons of barrel balls, tons of fly balls, and we have a 4.8 implied total. I'm not surprised whatsoever that everybody's going there.
Yeah, and the bullpen
And the bullpen, yeah.
So, Boston going up against the Pirates. It's going to be the righty Roansy Contreras, 3.78 ERA for him, 2.44 opponent average. So, decent numbers across the board there. He had a great outing versus the Reds, 1 earned run on 4 hits, 6 innings pitched, 7 strikeouts there. But the previous game, he got kind of blown up, 7 earned runs in just 1 2/3. So how are you looking at this?
Well, Contreras was really good to start the season. He fell off a bit. They sent him back to the minors. He's been there for a little bit. And he's pitched pretty well in the minors, 3.8 ERA, 22 Ks in 14 innings. The one thing is he's not fully stretched out yet. I actually was thinking about using him as another low-owned pitcher. But once I saw that he's maxed out at like 70 pitches in the minors, I didn't really want to go there.
Okay.
So he has been decent. However, this Pittsburgh bullpen is terrible. Yeah. If Contreras only goes a couple innings, it makes sense to go there. But you are
Boston.
following some ownership and, hoping for him to have a short outing.
All right, so then let's take a look at some lower-owned stacks of the day. And the first team is the Dodgers, who are going up against Brewers lefty Eric Lauer. So Eric Lauer, solid pitcher. Probably can't argue with that. But the Dodgers, it's just a great team. And to see their ownership low, it's got to intrigue people.
It's partially the ownership here. And Lauer just hasn't been good lately. He has a FIP of 5. 4.7 over his last 20. He really fell off after the first month of the season where he was just dominant. He's walking 4.3 batters per 9, allowing a decent amount of hard contact. And this Dodgers offense is just so dangerous, and it's not getting love today. So I want to go there. 4.5 implied total, which is pretty close to the highest on the slate. So
next up is...
Weird one, huh?
Yeah. Oakland A's. This is interesting. At the Rangers, it's going to be the lefty. Cole Reagan's on the hill for them. He's got just 2 games under his belt this season. Last game was at Houston, 5 earned runs and 4 1/3. The A's bats, huh?
Yep. They did it last night.
Okay.
They might be able to do it again. Highest game total on the slate. Reagan's has been terrible. 7.47 FIP, 48% fly balls, allowing 1.9 home runs per 9. They have a 4.3 implied total for the A's, which is decently high. It's only 0.5 off the Rangers, but it's also a super cheap offense, which lets you get to the Scherzers, the Rodons, Valdez if you want. So you can get 2 of those high-owned guys instead of just 1.
All right. So some great plays for daily fantasy today. Remember all of those stats, especially that ownership information, which is so crucial in daily fantasy. Also, we have a video on how you can use ownership. That's on our YouTube page, so make sure to check that out as well. But again, all available on the LineStar app. Go to linestarapp.com. We'll drop the link below. And remember to sign up now. Get that subscription in. It's $19.99 per month, so a great deal. Prices will go up for football season to $29.99, so make sure you're saving that extra $10 a month. Lock it in now at linestarapp.com. Now it's time for our sleeper picks of the day. Our sleeper pick for the day on DraftKings, once again, for the 3rd day in a row, we're getting familiar with this guy, Vaughn Grissom.
He just got paid.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
8 years, $72 million. Locked him up after only like 2 months. Only a couple of weeks in the bigs.
Well, they're paying him and valuing him. DraftKings isn't $2,000 on DraftKings.
Sorry, 8 years, 72 was Harris, but Grissom also just got paid. And I don't remember his
exact
contract,
numbers.
But it was
nonetheless,
locked
Braves
him
are
up for a
shelling out
while.
the dough and valuing their players. Like I said, DraftKings still has them at $2,000, so quite the steal.
DraftKings, you're drunk.
Going up against Max Scherzer today. So, yeah, he has a tough matchup. Let's take a look at his player card here. And you can see, check out the numbers here. So he's done really well for us in fantasy, and we did have him as our sleeper the last couple of days, and he's put up, you see on the 13th, 19 fantasy points. That's the blue, 12 points, 14 points. Just 3 yesterday, but we think he's in for a pretty good day today. He's got 9 projected points for today. Now, yes, Scherzer is great. However, the Mets bullpen, should it go to them, 24th against right-handed bats, giving up 2.18 fantasy points per plate attempt there. He's Grissom, top 5% hitter with right-handed pitching, 2.63 fantasy points per plate attempt. Man, he's making the most of his time up. He's batting 400 on the season up in the bigs. Just been incredible for the
Scherzer
Braves.
can give up the odd bomb.
Yes, he can. That's for sure. So Vaughn Grissom, lock him into your DraftKings lineup at only $2,000. Now let's take a look at our FanDuel sleeper pick of the day. And it's going to be Lamonte Wade Jr. of the Giants going up against Zach Davies. And
we don't like Davies.
Not really.
No.
Yeah, can't
don't
ghost
like
your
the
wife,
ghoster.
Davies.
Don't like the ghoster.
Okay, so he's only $2,200 on FanDuel, so liking that brace. Okay, let's pull up his player card and learn a little bit more. 2 days ago, had a 3-run homer. Certainly like that. So a few days ago, check out those outputs on fantasy. 31 points, 26 points, and hasn't done much for us the past 2 days. However, we like that price. And for today, going up against Davies, we do like this matchup. Davies is 208th against lefty bats, giving up 2.48 fantasy points per plate attempt. That's awesome. Also, he's a top 20% hitter versus right-handed pitching with 2.47 fantasy points per plate attempt. So combining all of that, just a really good play for today at that price of $2,200 on FanDuel. So lock it in. Remember, for all of this information, all the value picks, you can sort by value, you can sort by projection. All of this is available on the LineStar app, so check out linestarapp.com. Now it's time for our home run calls of the day. Tyler's back on track with his home run call from yesterday, hitting.
Let's go.
Vladdy had a bomb, so let's make it 2 in a row today. Tyler, where are you headed for your home run call of the day?
Going to Boston Red Sox, Rafael Devers. Contreras is giving up 1.6 home runs per 9. Devers has the highest ISO on the slate today. And if Devers doesn't get it versus Contreras, he's going to get it against that bad Pitts bullpen. We're going Devers dingers.
All right. Devers has been so hot. He's been absolutely incredible.
He's been
lately,
crushing it
so
all year.
A great pick there. I am going with Texas Rangers Corey Seager, a lefty bat who does really well against righties. And today going up against A's righty Adam Oller, who has the 6th highest home run per 9 rate among all pitchers minimum 40 innings pitched at over 2 home runs per 9, which is pretty crazy. And he struggles against lefties, giving up a 1041 OPS to lefties. The A's bullpen also not that great either. So if he doesn't go yard against Aller, he might get to the bullpen as well. Furthermore, this game is in Arlington today, where Corey Seeger does most of his mashing. In fact, 18 of his 26 home runs have come at Choctaw Stadium. That's the stadium previously known as Globe Life Park.
Interesting. I didn't even know they had
Did you know
changed.
that?
Nope,
I
didn't
had
know.
to look that up today. So I think Seeger has his match today. There we go. Lock him in. Also follow us on LineStar on Twitter if you aren't already. And if you retweet our home run calls, you have a chance to win just some straight cash or a free LineStar subscription. So play along there. Now it's time for our prop bets of the day. And I'm disappointed that didn't hit it yesterday.
We both missed.
Vogelback did not deliver.
Jacob Junis somehow had 7 strikeouts. He had his season
Go
high.
figure, right?
Yeah.
Ugh,
That's
just
gross.
And they were ones I was really confident in, too, with all the stats being on our side. But
it happens.
It happens.
It happens.
So for today, we're going to look to get back on track. And remember to play along with our prop bets contest, and you can win $60. If Tyler and I both hit our props, one lucky commenter on our YouTube channel will win $60. All you have to do is make sure you like the video, you are subscribed to the LineStar channel, and you comment below. You can comment anything. You can judge Tyler's shirt colors, for example,
Do it all.
or rag on my Yankees. It's
or
all
the
good.
fact that
Any
her
comment
nails
counts.
match her shirt.
I didn't
you
even
know?
realize that.
Sure you
You've
didn't.
got a keen fashion
Sure
eye over
you
there. All right. So remember, all of our props for today, they are available on PrizePicks. So make sure you check out PrizePicks, download the PrizePicks app, tailor picks there, and new users who deposit at least $10 will get up to $100 matched on PrizePicks. So a great deal there. PrizePicks, another one of the apps that is legal in most states, so take advantage of it. Our prop bets for today, let's get right to it. Tyler, where are you headed?
We are going with Rich Hill under 4.5 Ks. Hill has been under that in 11 of his 16 starts this season. He has also posted an ERA above 10 since coming off the IL. There's a good chance that something is wrong with him for old Dick Mountain. And we're pounding that under.
Okay. All right. Well, I like where your head's at because I'm going on the other side of that matchup, and I'm going with Pirates catcher Jason DeLay over 0.5 bases. That is at minus 145 in the sports book. So you're getting some great value on PrizePicks. Now, DeLay is a righty bat who does better against lefties. Today going up against lefty Rich Hill, who gives up an 830 OPS to righties. And DeLay, 782 OPS versus the Southpaws. Also, he's kind of on a hot streak. Did you know that he is batting 364 in the last 7 days?
Crushing it. I love the correlation we got, too.
Yeah. So, great minds think alike. We're liking this matchup for today. And those are our PrizePicks props of the day. Go check them out on PrizePicks. And remember, comment on our YouTube channel. One lucky winner will win $60.
Straight cash, homie.
When both of our props hit.
Straight cash. Let's do it. Oh, we got it.
All right. That's going to do it for our show today. Good luck to you in all your prop betting and daily fantasy. We will see you guys tomorrow. Have a good one.
Have a good one, guys. Bye.